Okay, this is our EOC practice test. This is part two. I'm picking part two actually of the second part of it, or we call it section two. It says number 21 says which could be a linear function. If you need to mentally think of a linear function, think of them all on Cartesian graphs and see if you can make it work out. It says speed and distance traveled. If you put speed at the bottom and distance traveled on the left, the higher your speed gets, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles per hour, think of it that way, the more distance you can travel. That actually can be a linear function. Let's look at the other ones and see why they can't be linear functions. If you put hair color at the bottom, let's say you have brown and blonde and red and so on and so forth, that has nothing to do with the height. You might have a point here, you might have one here. That's not a linear function. Same thing with, notice the color pops up twice. Eye color. You put eye color at the bottom in age. People that have different eye color can be all different ages. So that one's not a linear function. And then nationality and height. Let's say you put nationality, and weight on a y-axis. This is United States, Mexico, Canada, and so on and so forth. It's not necessarily going to be a linear function. You could have one there, one here, and so on and so forth. The only one that'll actually work when you're talking about numbers, when you're talking about linear functions, is speed and distance traveled. 22 says, what's the characteristic of a linear function? Linear function has the word line in it. You want it to be a straight line, A. Varying slope means it's going to be a curved line. That's not it. That's not a linear function. I'm sorry, not. Just answered the wrong question. Not. Make sure y'all don't do that tomorrow, everybody. That's a mistake that, for even as much as I'm doing it, that's a mistake. It's not a characteristic, and I know I wrote an abbreviated version of the question. It is a straight line. It does have a constant rate of change. That's the same thing, remember, as constant slope. That means it's going to go up and over the same amount. All of these are good. All of them work. This is the one that does not work. It does not have a varying slope. Does not work. That's a curved line, B. 23 says, which one has the largest rate of change? In order to see the rate of change, put them in slope intercept form where you could see mx plus b, where you can see what your m value is. They're not in that form yet. Get rid of 3 times something by dividing by 3. Make sure you do it by all the other terms as well. Y equals 14x plus 2. This one divide by 2. Make sure you divide by 2 on both of them. Y equals 14x plus 1/2. This one divide by 7. Do it to everything else. Y equals 15x plus 5. And divide by 8 on the last one by everything. Y equals 14x plus 6. Notice all of your m values. 14, 14, 14. This one, letter C, its m value is 15. Which one has the largest rate of change? 15 is, which is C. 24 says y equals 2x minus 6. What happens if it changes to y equals 2x plus 6? Well, this is y equals mx plus b. Your b value is going to change from negative to positive. Your m value stays the same. So nothing's going to change with your m value. It's just going to move. Like if you look at your first equation, y equals 2x minus 6, it's going to go through at this point, and then it's going to go through a line that's going to look similar to that. If you go to your second equation, y equals 2x plus 6, then it's going to go through at positive 6. Still going to have the same slope. It's going to shift up 12 units. Shift up 12 units, C, because it has to go up 6 to get to 0, and then up another 6 to get to the positive 6. Then this one right here says, what is the equation? The last one is the best equation. F of x equals 3x plus 4. Because when you plug in all of these domain values or all of these x values, you get the correct y values or range values. Best way for you to do this one tomorrow, best way for you to approach it is to plug the values in and see how you do. Find the one that actually works with it.